Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm just coming at you as Andrea. I just kind of wanted to sit here and have my temple talks while I soak up this last little bit of the golden hour, because I just got back from Eureka Springs and I just kind of wanted to sit down and have a little chit chat over some things that I'm coming to realizations about. Just with the ego, just with overcoming fears, and just the communication between interpreting emotions, growth, fear. Because a lot of people, sorry guys, that's my laundry going on. I'm really behind schedule on getting my adulting done. I've just been struggling a little bit lately, and I really have been trying to pinpoint exactly why. And it's like a roller coaster almost. It's like whenever I go on these trips, you know, like to Eureka Springs, it's not even bad. Just something is very, very uncomfortable in my life. Like a couple weeks ago, it was the weekend I was going to the photo shoot. I had a horrible, horrible weekend. And that was the reason why I actually ended up going to the photo shoot. But I felt so uncomfortable about it for some reason. And I think it was because I was trying to break free from the routine. I kept telling myself that I needed to grind out work, I needed to do all these things, and it was very uncomfortable for me to break free from my routine. I'm a very habitual person. If I break routine, or if I feel like I'm not being productive, something of that nature, it really throws me off. It just messes with me. And I don't know if a lot of other people are the same way, of if you break your habits or like your routines or things like that, it really throws me off pretty bad. Even like this weekend, going to Eureka Springs and doing something out of the normal, it pushed me out of my comfort zone. But it didn't throw me off as bad as what it has before in the past. So I'm getting a little bit better, but it's still like in a little bit of a limbo of I really don't know what to do with myself, because I'm out of like this pattern. I've like broken free from my little loop in the mind, right? So it's kind of like, what the frick do I do with myself now? And so I kind of am in a panic mode. But not necessarily now. But what I'm trying to get at, guys, is, you know, when I went to Eureka Springs for the photo shoot, I wasn't gonna go because I was stuck in my pattern. And that has held me back so much in my life. I have held myself back from traveling. I've held myself back from doing events. I've held myself back from visiting people, all because I don't like to break free from routine, all because I'm scared to do so. It's like this thought pattern in my mind. I don't know. I don't like to break free from the comfort zone. But I will only break free from the comfort zone for certain things. It's like I have like this threshold. Like I would go to the bar with my husband, but it was only because he wanted to go to the bar, right? It wasn't because it was something I wanted to do. Now, if it was something I wanted to do, I wouldn't do it. It's really weird like that. Now I'm doing the things that I want to do. It's really pushing me outside of my comfort zone. But what I'm learning is I'm pushing myself outside my comfort zone. There's a shit ton of fear, and it's actually like feeling like death. I'm not gonna lie. Like I literally was on the ground crying a couple weeks ago, the weekend I went to the Eureka Springs. And I could not for the life of me figure out what was wrong. I was just like, I don't understand why I just feel like death. I feel scared. I feel alone. I was contemplating, like, should I try to get in a relationship? Is this like why am I feeling the way I am? I had it in my head. The idea came to me, or I guess it was a message, that these are the points in time that when you're tested is when you hit that rock bottom. Because I'm pretty sure that was rock bottom, because that was the most pain I think I had felt in a long time. To keep going, to not break, to not reach out, to not numb yourself, right? So all these things that I wanted to do, I didn't want to go. I could have like done something in routine that would have kept my mind busy. You know, some people do turn to drugs. I could have like just done my normal like Sunday routine, something of that nature. You know, I could just play video games or something. I've even contemplated getting the Sims game and started doing that again. Numbing the mind, something to keep the mind busy so it would just shut off. The mind is gonna run no matter what, guys. No matter what, it's gonna run. You have to keep it busy with something. So it's kind of like you might as well just keep it busy with things that are productive or things that are good for you. I could not shut off my mind, pretty much. And it was telling me all these things of how I wasn't safe, of how I was gonna get behind, of how I needed to stay and do my work, of how I needed another partner, needed the feeling of love, like I'm missing that feeling of love. And the only way to get it would be from a man. The only way to feel fulfilled would be from a man.
I find it disgusting.
And so like all these things were coming up, and that is where it was very eye-opening for me, all these things in basically the quiet, because I literally was laying on the floor in the dark, like right here, because I was feeling so much pain. I was crying at my altar. And I really truly feel like it's in those moments when we're pushing ourselves that far out of our comfort zone that it's that last little bit that the ego is trying to hold on, and it's going to do every single thing that it can to prevent you from pushing yourself outside of the comfort zone. And when I pushed it and I went and I listened to my gut, because I even made that video of like the Alice in Wonderland, I listened to my gut, because there were, even through that voice, guys, that voice and the feelings of like the crying and all that stuff, there was something beneath it all. There was something like deep in like my freaking core of my gut. Like that's the only thing that I can describe. And it was basically just saying, just go. Like, if you go, it's gonna be okay. There will be something that it will shift everything. My reality will literally shift a timeline if I go. I knew it. It did. I can't even describe to you how it did, but it did. And I'm pretty sure that's what led me to this weekend, to go to Eureka. It inspired me to get more involved and to create more, and I made more connections. Right? So that just opened up a new timeline. So we never know, like, the simplest actions that we take when we face our fears. And we often confuse fear, like, with danger of what is not meant for us and what is meant for us. It's ultimately what you tell yourself, guys, of what it is to be true, what is ultimately dangerous and what truly isn't. I mean, going to Eureka Springs for a photo shoot, what is so dangerous about that? There was truly nothing. I mean, yeah, there's always the chance that something could happen of going, but truly nothing was dangerous about that, other than in my mind I thought the threat was going to be that I was going to get behind in my work and just behind in my chores. It's going to be there when I get back. I'm going to do the chores, and guess what's going to happen? There's going to be more chores to be done the following week. We get caught in these damn cycles, and that's where we get stuck in loops. And when we try to break free from them, it feels like death. It feels like death. Even the house cleaning, guys, even cleaning house is mind-numbing. Breaking free from that freaking sucks. I'm sure you guys like pick a day of the week and you clean your house that day. Try picking a different day or skipping it. It feels fucking uncomfortable. Forcing yourself outside of the comfort zone and understanding that when you feel that discomfort, that is growth. That is actually your sign that you want to lean into it, because that means your reality is about to shift. And the greater the discomfort means the greater the vibrational shift. So you're gonna want to lean as far as you can into the discomfort without shocking yourself, and meaning shocking the body and basically your mind, but going into the freeze mode, because you do have to watch your nervous system on this as well. So you're just training your body to basically adapt to a new way of thinking and a new way of being in your physical reality. So the first time I went to Eureka Springs, guys, I was panicking. Like I don't even know how the frick I did it. Like, I was delusional, and I think that's how trauma helps you, because when I first did it, it was like right after I moved out. And my mind, like, this is where trauma is literally a superpower, because you're so disassociated from reality, nothing feels real. And so it was like, I was so disoriented that I wasn't scared, but yet at the same time I kind of was, but it was almost like I didn't care at the same time. Not that I didn't care about my life or anything like that, but I just was like, you know what, fuck it, because my life right now with everything that's happened. Because of that, it helped me push past fear, my comfort zone, and I made all these connections, and because I made all those connections, it's helped me go back, you know. And ultimately, guys, like, I went back there this weekend, and people are like, how the heck did you even get involved in this damn bank robbery thing, because it's meant for locals? And I'm like, it's like, you have to push yourself outside of the comfort zone and lean into that discomfort, because eventually your body is going to adapt to it. People make the mistake that they feel they should feel good before making movements, and that's not always the case, guys. It's either you have to get the mind in the right place to then get the emotion to shift to feel good, and then you can make the movement, or you have to make the movement being uncomfortable, knowing that it's gonna get better. You have to just be okay with being uncomfortable for a little bit, and you have to make the discernment with how much uncomfortableness you're okay with being, right? You have to make that level of discernment and just know that you will get better at it. You can look at it like practicing. You know, the more you practice at something, the better you get. It's the same thing with trauma, guys. It's the same thing, I don't say trauma, it's the same thing with pushing yourself outside of your comfort zone. The more that you do something, the better that you're gonna get at it. And then you'll be able to push beyond it and handle more. So it was like when I went to Eureka Springs today, or this weekend, it was a piece of cake. It was fine, because I've gone so many times now. I've been to the same, you know, hotel. I've known the same people. I know my way around better. It's not as nerve-wracking as it used to be. It's really not anymore. And I'm meeting more people. I'm making more connections, and I'm making more friends there. So it's even feeling safer than what it was before. So now when I go there, it feels like another home almost. It's needless to say that who knows like what it's gonna take for me to get uncomfortable there again, to like see more growth. Maybe I'm gonna have to go and like maybe do energy work there, or do some kind of like, you know, something of that nature to make me feel a little bit more out of my comfort zone there. That's what I'm talking about, guys. Lean into the discomfort, knowing that that is your sign that growth is around the corner. That is what you truly want to lean into. That is the communication. And people often mistake it that something's not meant for them, and they're waiting to feel good. And you know, you have to not always wait for motivation and not always wait for inspiration. You're the one that has to make the movement to motivate and inspire yourself. You will find, guys, when you make that movement, you will end up creating motivation and inspiration. It will do it, trust me, okay? And I'm losing my sunlight right now. But that's all I really wanted to say, guys. I didn't want to make this a huge talk, but it was something that was on my mind. It was a message that was coming through and an observation that I had been having. So, sending you guys all my light and all my love. Satnam.